Welcome to Networking in Annapolis. My name is John. Today we have an awesome presentation by Michelle Johnson, Solution Seeking as a Contact Sport. It's my pleasure to have Kat Harvey introduce Michelle. Kat, take it away.
A lot of you know Michelle Johnson is a Facepaint Lady, but did you know that she is actually a superhero butterfly warrior? Okay. So she did face painting before face painting was cool. Okay. She's the original. She's the original. So creative and just a joy to sit with. If you haven't had a one-on-one with Michelle Johnson, you're really missing out. I know she's got some goodies for us today, and I really am excited to hear her speak. So with that, I gave you Michelle Johnson, superhero butterfly warrior.
Kat, that was absolutely fantastic. John, is it for me to go now? This is it, the big show. Thank you so much. Good morning.
Absolutely.
Everyone.
Take it away.
Take it away. So I'm going to have my tech help make sure I share my screen with you. This is my first ever slide deck PowerPoint. Let's go on a journey that stays within one circle, but that traverses sights and scenes that all of us are moving toward. We don't want to return to normal. We want to be the visionaries who imagine a new normal. So I have a little hidden hand here helping share my slide deck, share my slideshow. We're going to share a screen as well.
Take your time, Michelle.
Look at all this stuff is happening and my hands are free. How cool is this?
All right, we're starting to see something.
Don't pay attention to the tech help behind. That's my son, Chad, everyone. Give him a nice wave.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Chad. But now I'm looking at them. Okay, great. Perfect. We're going to see 9 slides, and they're all going to contain pictures of where I've been recently in West Virginia. Can you all see my slide?
Yep, you're good to go.
Perfect. I'd like to give an introduction to where we're going and why I think it's a good place to be. I will say good morning, and I'm glad that we're all here. This product, this project, this vision that I'd like to share with you is something that I've been working on for at least the past 2.5 years. And the reason why I titled this presentation with networking as a contact sport is because just like Rick Hutchison chooses to stand at his desk and keep moving, and like our friend John Maggio is experiencing physical pain, a lot of us adults spend time sitting. And I would like to propose a new way to move through networking. At first, I thought that this was going to be a live event, and it has, according to Nancy Miller and the American Cancer Society and all of us who are used to going to events, things have switched to virtual experiences. So with those things in mind, hopefully you have a piece of paper and a pen or pencil, because I'm going to have you doodle along with me. And I need your input as well, because you're the first group of people who have heard this cohesively presented as I move forward with something that I have no idea where it's going to go, but I know that it will bring solutions to all of the things that we're facing. My slide says your personal perspective can combine with others to create a world of playful livelihoods versus jobs. So my circle of people, my circle of expertise, the project I have named the number 2, The Point Live. And when it was going to be in person, it was exteriorly driven, and now the center of that circle is really important. So please draw your own circle, because this room, this virtual space of It's a Rumble Room, is intended to get people who opt in, bring their expertise, and choose to do a hokey pokey business contribution to the solution that sits at the center of this circle. I'm introducing something new. I'm asking you to go on a visionary journey with me. And that picture on the left is Summersville Lake here in beautiful downtown West Virginia, Fayetteville, West Virginia. And I will be leaving here at 10 o'clock this morning after this presentation. I'm looking for livelihoods. The final sentence is a livelihoods versus jobs. And all of us are familiar with the news and the amount of jobs lost and the millions of people who have been labeled essential and non-essential. Contact sports, contact networking, and stepping into your feel-good bliss allows each of us to craft livelihoods. My purportment is that within this framework, it'll be even easier for us because we'll pull on the expertise of others who complement our own skill sets. This picture on your right is an outlet, a dam outlet for the Gauley River, which is some of the biggest whitewater rafting in North America. It was blasting out some and this is just north, but downriver or upriver. I get confused. The New River flows north. This is the outlet for the Summersville Lake that I just showed you the beautiful vista of. When we stand above the fray with friends, we have time to process. The next thing I'd like you to draw, so you have your big circle. Let's draw a circle on the inside of the larger circle. So now you have the center space, which is the solution being sought. So now this To The Point Live has moved from a live event into a virtual event, and I'm creating a framework to hang out with our friends, not to just hang for fun, like John tells us quite often, but to hang for funds. My purportment is that we can do both. And the more professional fun that we're having, the more funds we'll be pulling in. And don't you love that word, stand above the fray? So this is really, I don't think that this picture expresses that, but this is a way down, deep, heavy duty incline. And as a person who is hesitant around heights, I don't go to the edge of these things. So right now we're on slide 2. You have your big circle, which is your group. And you have your inner circle, which is the solution that we're all going to focus on, or that anybody who would like to use a To The Point Live format could be in. And we have plenty of time for questions, and I don't mind. I would love it if you have a question that has to be answered for your further understanding at this time. I understand that. So if there's anything really hanging you up in this moment, I would be glad to answer it here. Otherwise, sit back and enjoy the journey. There is no place that we must go alone. This picture is Long Point in West Virginia. And the reason why this quote, same place where I am, as a matter of fact, if you get real close to it and you follow that point to the very tip, you can peek through and see the New River Gorge Bridge back there. That is the highest single span arch bridge in the Western Hemisphere at 876 feet. Until you can get out here, I suggest that you go to Chesapeake City and see the great bridge that was behind Steve. So in this slide, I'd like to have you draw the 4 points. The 4 points at each of the cardinal points. So draw those directives at the north, south, east, and west of your circle. We still have our solution in the middle that we're seeking. It's a named and specific solution, but it is also a fluid solution. And we're going to people these points here soon, and we're creating a framework. Thank you for going on this journey with me. You now have your 4 doodle ticks at each of the cardinal points. You've noticed the New River Gorge Bridge in the distance of the slide, and you will be able to remember that it is 876 feet. It only took me 3 decades to remember that number, but it's 876. That's why we need friends to go along with us on this journey. And as the slide states, there is no place that we must go alone. Many of us are solo entrepreneurs. We're single person companies, but this beautiful framework of networking in Annapolis that John has brought us all to is a place where we can recognize and tap into the brilliance of each other, because all of us are experts in particular things, and every single perspective is valid, and that sends us back to our livelihoods. And who doesn't like to wake up at the morning feeling good and enlivened for what the day holds? And who doesn't want to do business? Or who does want to do business? Everybody wants to do business with people who are feeling good and doing good. I'm going to have a drink of water. Join me if you want to. This is so fun for a slideshow. All right, so now we're going to move to the land of dynamic hemlocks. Oh, okay, this is a dynamic picture. If you think you can't see the forest for the trees, and Lee, I almost put 2 R's in here for you. I really did. And then I said, I can't do it because I can't find a word for everybody. So just know the forest for the trees. I thought of you with the double R, Lee.
Thank you.
Now, I was supposed to ask you all, so this is a good test for me to see if you were listening, and I'm sure you all were with rapt attention, except for Jill, who may be checking on her cats. Does anybody want to take a guess at what type of trees these are? Unmute and holler. Anybody want to just holler out the word I've already said? Did anybody catch that?
Hemlock? Yeah, you said hemlock.
Hemlocks, yes.
Thought I was kidding.
The reason why this picture is here in regards to the things that we need to know as entrepreneurs and the clarity that we need to get from our position on the To The Point Life Circle is to keep the solution in mind. I did not even know that these were hemlocks until by chance my son and I met while hiking a National Park Service ranger who told us about the Larry beetle. They had to name it Larry beetle because the scientific name is very hard to pronounce. The Larry beetle is killing most of the hemlocks in these forests. So the day or two before we met by chance, the National Park Service guy named Chance, I was walking through a forest of dying hemlocks and had no idea until this guide, this person who's on the journey with me, opened my eyes to something that I had been in the middle of and couldn't see. So as we move toward this To The Point, where we're supposed to make some ticks here, Yeah, go ahead and make your ticks in the southwest, in the quarter. Maybe somebody knows the better phrase for that, but give yourself the off cardinal points ticks so that you're looking like this. In this picture, well, once I found out they were hemlocks, I was seeing hemlocks everywhere, and all of us can relate to that. Once you buy a new car or you get a new favorite color or something, you're like, oh my gosh, it's everywhere. And that's part of the benefit. One of the largest benefits of networking in Annapolis is we get to see each other, and we get to see the 360-degree view from a banker's position, from a cat sitter position, from an editor position, from a boat owner, master, gas filler perspective, from insurance perspectives, purchasing perspectives, traveling perspectives. So it's an absolute blessing to have ourselves in this circle at this time. I can assure you it's simpler than we've all been told. So I heard the word feel good, the phrase feel good from Laura, and essentialism. I hear a friend who's in pain. I heard a friend here and on this networking who is glad to be back among us. And I heard lots of uplift, observation, and keen humor that's intended to make us be at ease and to feel better. That little light in the bottom quadrant, the bottom slice of pie of this image represents the clarity and the humor and the simplicity which we can bring to any challenge that we're facing. This framework of expertise around a circle is intended, well, to save my mind, because we all work a lot harder than we need to. And it is simpler than we've been told. And back to my initial purportment of livelihoods versus jobs, and in particular with a young man from AACC named Stephen, who wants to start his own business in a real near future. This is the hope for the future, is that people, all of us being essential, can in this present moment put ourselves into groups of people who opt in or opt out. I've said opt in, opt out once or twice. Let's go ahead and do the Hokey Pokey together. So you can unmute yourself. And the reason why we're gonna have a Hokey Pokey pause is because you've got your drawing. You know that the solution is in the center. You know that your masters and your friends are around the edge. And here is the brilliance of where we can make life simpler. You can mute yourself or not. I'm not going to sing. I'm going to rhythmically chant, I guess. But when you're looking for a solution and you're on the circle, you can opt in, you can opt out, you can opt in, and you shake it all about. That's the problem solving part. When you opt into the solution and you say it about, you do the Hokey Pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. So the opt-in and the opt-out toward this solution appears brilliant to me, because when you find yourself in solution-seeking groups, sometimes I'm going to put myself on the edge of the circle with everybody else. That was my tech guy checking in on me. Isn't that nice? We all have little fairies. We see, we can assure you it's simpler than we've all been told. Find my train of thought. So when you opt in, you have to be in, but not just with lip service. If we've said that we're going to come to a solution, then we need to be in spiritually, psychically, cosmically, authentically, because the vibration of solution seeking, that frequency of solution seeking, is different than a grumbling problem-solving solution. And that's what makes problems simpler to solve. Let's see what's next. Ooh. So you have, I'll read for you, but that's why I made them very light text on the slides here. Using the cardinal points to represent meaning, method, money, and manpower. So there is not a test, there is not a quiz, but you can take your cool little piece of paper and you can start, let's see if I can do this backwards. You can start at the bottom and write the word meaning. And that really great picture over there is a cross of roots. I took the picture, I saw the cross of roots when I was going out to Long Point, and I didn't take the picture the first time, and then I said, I'll get it on the way back. And I actually did, which was very cool. So you're gonna name this southerly point meaning, and you're going to continue counterclockwise around your circle, and you're gonna name the western point method. You're gonna continue around your circle. The top and northern point is money. Continuing clockwise to the right and west, pardon me, east is manpower. So now we have named our cardinal points from the south and going clockwise. They are meaning, which is our spirituality, our why, our purpose. There has to be purpose behind what we're doing. Methods to the west are our machines and systems. This is where a friend might come in, like Laura, and organizers and structure and systems people. At the top is money. Ooh, we got a lot of people who know how to talk money. Maybe we have, I don't want to call him Sam Shepard, I've forgotten. Good grief, I don't have the tile in front of me, but we have people who have access to funds. That's our northern. And then on the right is manpower, which is our people. And onward we go. What a beautiful day it is here. It's absolutely gorgeous. So we've named our points. We've got our circle. We know we're going toward a solution. And in this 360-degree platform that I've set out, we know that we will have covered everything necessary, all the points of view to bring to the table the solution, or the skill sets to move to that center point solution. We are outfitted and infitted for our own unique journey. So all of us are sitting in these square little tiles on a Zoom networking in Annapolis, and we are exteriorly suited with our business acumen, and interiorly, we are also very unique and interesting people. So as we have this common journey of helping solving each other's, or seeking, I like to say seeking solutions versus solving problems. We are outfitted and infitted, and all of us find times that we stumble. We don't know where to turn to. We find things that can be overwhelming. But when we have friends moving in the same direction, and we relax because it's simpler than we know, we are in the direction of the solution being sought. And here's what's so cool. Have you ever started out on a journey and thought you were going somewhere and ended up somewhere totally different that was even better? Yes, it's happening all the time, and it's happening now. So I do not believe that we need to have, I know we need a big, big, big vision, but the vision can just be a feel-good vision, and then let what actually manifests be beyond anything our limited, well, we are unlimited in creativity, but I think that what's waiting for us is bigger than we've ever imagined before. So here's where the play comes in. You're around the circle. Ooh, now we get to draw a little happy face. Whoop, wrong piece of paper. Draw the happy face in the center. And this is the first time I did this, planning this yesterday.
Michelle, can you lift your page just up towards your face a little bit? There we go. Thank you. Couldn't see.
Thank you, Laura. It's helpful because I can't see what you all are seeing either because my slides are the full screen. A play-filled approach allows new discoveries. All of us have heard about our inner child. I'm not sure why the child had to go inside. Never said that sentence before. It was a lot of fun. So we don't allow children to play. Some of us had great childhoods. I grew up in 60s and 70s, so I played like a little fiend and ran all over the place, and my hope for you would be that you got to play in your neighborhood as well. Of course, I had my challenges. Who didn't? We're all human. But this ability to play, let us play in our childhood, and then let's not tuck that childhood inside, because it seems to me that we don't let children play, and then you have to spend your adulthood connecting with your inner child. I'm going to take a drink while you all think about that, and while I digest that, why do we not let children play as children and then send each other through years of therapy to connect with that inner child? Doesn't make sense to me. So back to our To The Point Live, coming together for, or in fun, for funds. And this is the contact sport of this. All of us know what it is to be a good sport, to be a team player, to kick people off the team, to invite people to the team, and to play in ways that allows everybody. I think I'm getting here close to 9. And, ooh, is this my final one? Yay, number 9. Can anybody tell me what type of stump tree this came from? Anybody want to guess? And I'm so glad I didn't reveal it this time. Take some guess. Anybody guess? It was right here in Fayetteville, West Virginia. It's an eastern hardwood. Who has a guess?
Oak.
Oak.
Keep going.
Maple.
Nope.
Pine.
I'm going to give you a hint. It's listed in a Christmas song.
Chestnut.
Yay!
What'd you say it was?
Chestnut.
Chestnut.
Yes, this is a chestnut trunk, well, stump, that must have been at least 6 foot. It was huge. And most of the chestnuts are, I don't want to use the word extinct, but gone. So the chestnuts roasting on an open fire, that would be interesting to know when that song was written. But the slide here states we can cover a lot more ground when we connect with people in places that make us feel good. So in the disintegration of this trunk, there are the roots of new growth. And if the forests take a different shape and hemlocks do what they do and chestnuts do what they do, there will be the growth of something new. We have been told so many times, do not reinvent the wheel. I don't mind reinventing wheels. This closer will say, welcome to the reinvention of the wheelhouse. To the Point Live is a way for all of us to get in these groups where a common solution is sought, where we either opt in, and this is your own personal decision, and you've got to be quick and clear with this, or you opt out for the purpose that that solution or that group of people is not a journey that you want to go on. I am so hope-filled for the future. We have found our world shifted in ways that none of us would have imagined before. The opportunity to step into our livelihoods, recognizing everybody else has the same right to do so, is a blessing where we can have a future that's brighter than has been imagined before. On that note, I'm going to see what I need. I think I do a stop share. Unless anybody has any questions or wants to go back to a slide. Oh, and by the way, tell me if you can see my pink Swiss Army knife.
Yes.
Cool. Kat Harvey, was it Kat Harvey said she's the Swiss Army knife of editors? So it's fun to find little props. I'm going to stop sharing, John. Does that make sense? And
yeah, that sounds good. Let me see what your picture looks like.
oh, do I have to go back and share again to make
No,
it?
I just hold it up.
Oh, because now you can see, that's where I get lost in tech. Right now it looks like this.
My son.
And method meaning money and manpower. Oh, let's see everybody. Oh, can I take y'all's picture?
You're funny.
Mine says woman power.
Oh, that's fantastic. You can either poke your face around or not. Does anybody mind if I use this picture?
Go ahead, take a picture.
I can do a print screen. Where's print screen?
You're funny.
And, you guys think I'm kidding. Put me in a room with 300 kids and I'm fine. Put me on a tile. Did you already do it?
Yeah, I'll paste it later.
Okay, well, let them hold their papers up again. Okay, so would you guys do it again? Because now he's going to hit print screen again. Would you? How does that work? Bam. Okay, when they're all ready, and smile, happy people on boats or new boats or gas, out of gas, bam. So that little light means print screen. Hello, friends. It's so good to see your face because we were on this journey and all I could see were my kick butt slides. Oh, is that the New River Gorge behind you, Lee?
Yes, in your honor.
I recognize that bridge. I recognize that mist, and I appreciate that you all went on this journey. So we are in a contact sport networking. Who said something about he's been out of the net? I think that was you, Rick. You made some comment about being out of the net, or you're glad to be back in the net. And thank you, each of you, for taking the time to be here. And Stephen, what a great time to be starting a company. Keep coming back. You'll save yourself eons of time. Some of us have been, collectively between all of us, there's about 5 centuries of work here. So yeah, tap into that library.
We have 500 years experience here. Thank you.
Right, yeah.
Michelle, thank you very much. It was a great presentation, a lot of thoughtful nuggets, very interactive. I was listening the whole time because I didn't want to fall behind and not have my picture right. So it's very good technique, keeping everybody involved and engaged. Thank you so much. We value you in our group. Every time I see you log in, it makes me smile, and I just really appreciate it. Thank you all very much, guys. I want you to have a wonderful Tuesday. Stay cool, get the air conditioning rolling, and we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to be talking about Google My Business. Brian Lobig's coming back, and if you guys saw his personal brand SEO workshop, it was really informative, and I expect he's going to give us a lot of great nuggets for Google My Business. He wants our names to be out there as people, not just our companies. So talk to you guys soon. Have a great one.
Thank you, John. I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely, Michelle.
Feel good, friends.
Michelle, you're such a great speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Proc Cassini, Proc Cassini and I both have 50 years at least in business, so it's more than 500 here.
Lee has the bulk of that 50, by the way.
Are we counting reincarnations?
There you go.
There you go.
I did say the word eons. So yes, let's not limit ourselves. Visions. Oh my gosh, the cats ate Jill. Look at that. She's been replaced by a colorful chair cover. Jill is gone.
Michelle, were you always such a good speaker, or do you attribute it to Toastmasters?
Toastmasters actually turned me around a little bit with my speaking because it came so organically and natural to me, and I've done that for my business for 3 decades, and I was not kidding. I could be in front of a room of 500 children and get their attention by being interesting. So the step down from live, wild wonderfulness, once again, the inner child's not gone, and then having to go over to Toastmasters was a bit of a wet bucket in the face, but I went through that and I came out just fine because structure makes sense on some levels. I just like to be well-spoken. I like to pay attention to words. You will notice I didn't touch my face this entire time. And there's a lot of things
You used good words.
What
I mean,
was
not,
No everything
not
was
always just
timed.
common words.
Everything had a tempo. You didn't touch your face. Is that something you used to do?
No, I've been touching everybody else's face for 3 decades, but I don't touch my own because usually I would have paint or something on it. So it's a hierarchy of surfaces. This is where my mind goes all the time. This is who I am.
That's a good way. That's a good way to stay healthy. Don't touch your face.
Right, and that's important for us to practice at home because I want you all to be healthy, sandy tigers. That's what all of us have to be for Halloween is tigers. I can show you how to paint your own face, how to be hygienic, and I have a 5-gallon jug of hand sanitizer to help you get there. 5 gallons.
As soon as you said I can't touch my face, I have an itch, and now I'm like really pressed right now.
My face always itches, so I've really got to pay attention and not touch it as much as I do.
Hey,
And I
Josie, I sent you my number to text me.
Okay. Josie, text Jim.
Yeah.
Jill, we're
I
glad
will.
that
Thanks.
You're gonna tour the.
Thanks, Michelle. I gotta go.
Okay,
I was gonna come to an
Hi,
answer.
Jill.
Jill did not get eaten by the cats.
Jill, we thought you were done for.
Well, they are well fed no matter what they tell you.
All we heard was distinct meowing in the background. It was just.
They're always complaining.
Kittens.
They're always complaining.
They're always complaining.
Yeah.
Cats are very bossy.
Tell me about
it. Cat is very narcissistic. It just wants to be pet the whole time. It's really not interested in giving anything back. Whereas a dog, some dogs at least, are super happy to get a ball for you or do something to please you, to make you happy so that you pet them. It's very interesting, the difference between the two personalities. Cats are just all about themselves.
Well, cats were once worshipped as gods, and they have never forgotten it.
That's what it is.
They were back in the.
I knew you were a goddess, Cat Harvey. That's right. All right, guys, let's head out of here. Have a great Tuesday.
Thank you,
Bye,
friends.
guys.
Bye, everyone.